Paying my humble obeisances to my Guru Maharaj, to my Diksha and Shiksha Gurudev, Nitla Om Vishnupad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, and Nitla Om Vishnupad Bhakti Vedant Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Paying my humble obeisances to entire Guru Parampara, to Sachinandan Gaur Hari, to Radha Govind Ji, and on this very special occasion of Mokshada Ekadashi, I offer my humble obeisances to Ekadashi Devi. Ekadashi Devi means Madhav Tithi Bhakti Janani Jatane Palana Kari. Ekadashi Tithi is Madhav Tithi. So very, very special Tithi. If we don't follow Ekadashi, we can't ever get close proximity with Krishna. Those who claims themselves to be Vaishnavas or Vaishnavis, they should follow, they must follow, they're supposed to follow Ekadashi. Yeah. So, especially this Ekadashi is known as Mokshada Ekadashi. Moksha means the Ekadashi which is delivering moksha, giving deliverance from repeated birth and death. Very, very special Ekadashi. Mokshada Ekadashi. Humble obeisances to Shri Ekadashi Devi. And on this very special day, Krishna chose to speak Bhagavad Gita. Ekadashi Day. This Madhav Tithi Bhakti Janani. Ekadashi is Madhav Tithi. The Tithi of Madhav, the Tithi of the Lord. And so amazing that that is Ekadashi is his favorite Tithi. And on this day he is speaking Bhagavad Gita. Where is speaking Bhagavad Gita? At Kurukshetra. He is speaking Bhagavad Gita there. Which is a very, very important Tirtha, which is mentioned itself in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, right in the beginning, where it said, Dhritarashtra Vacha, Dharam Kshetre Kurukshetre, Samvetta Yuyusava, Mamakaha Pandahu Chaiva, Kim Akurva Sanjaya. Sanjay got divine eyes by Shri Ved Vyas to visualize and recite what he is seeing. So Shri Sanjay, whatever he is seeing on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he is speaking as it is. Bhagavad Gita is Bhagavad Gita as it is, Yatha Rup. That means whatever Sanjay is seeing, he is describing as it is. Not his contemplating or not his mixing his own philosophy or his own theories in that. So that's the beginning of Bhagavad Gita. Because Kurukshetra is also known as Panchakshetra. Why Kurukshetra is Dharam Kshetra? Because Parshuram, after killing so many Kshatriyas on the planet Earth, one of the incarnation Parshuram, he killed 21 times. What's happening? Rasuni, are you doing something? Something else came on my screen. Okay. So Parshuram, Shri Parshuram, he divided this planet Earth from all the miscreant Kshatriyas, those sinful Kshatriyas, the kings, to reduce the burden of the Mother Earth. And after being so much killing, He performed 5 great yajnas at Kurukshetra. That's why it's known as Dharam Kshetra. And on this Dharam Kshetra, the origin of all the dharma, okay, dharma manifests from Krishna. Or we can say, whatever Krishna says is dharma. Whatever he perform is dharma. Paro dharma, yatha bhakti adhokshaye. Sabe pumsam paro dharma, yatha bhakti adhokshaye. Srimad Bhagavatam describes. So on this very special day of Bhagavad Gita, I'm thankful Gaudiya Netherlands to inviting me in this special program on Zoom meeting. Here we will try our best to read Bhagavad Gita on this day, even if it is one shloka, to honor and regard Bhagavad Gita. And by attending this Zoom meeting, we are hearing the glories of Bhagavad Gita. It can't be described in just 1 hour session. You need a lot of time if we want to go in detail, in depth of Bhagavad Gita. Like every day we are hearing Venu Gita, the song sung by the gopis, and glorifying the flute of Krishna. How powerful is the flute of Krishna? We are hearing this every day. How powerful it is. It's making everyone intoxicating. Everyone intoxicating means not ordinary people like us. We don't even hear that flute and we don't even know the gravity and the glories of that flute. But intoxicating the Braj Gopis, intoxicating the Brajavasis, those who are in Vishuddha Sattva, how powerful is that flute song of Krishna, Venu Gita. And today, a break from Venu Gita, we are hearing Bhagavad Gita, the song sung by, directly emanating from the lotus lips of the Lord. How sweet is that song. But we see mostly instructions are not very palatable. Instructions means you're instructing someone, means you're chastising someone. Instructions means what? You should do this, you should not do this, do and don'ts. So that's not very palatable or very appealing to the heart, instructions. But praising someone, appreciating someone, glorifying someone, that's very, very amazing and gives so much to the heart. Yeah. But there are this rule may apply for the material instructions like we get in school, colleges, the material instructions which are not very enlightening. It's sometimes boring and we don't like those instructions. But instructions from the spiritual world is full of sweetness. A book written by Shri Rupa Goswami. Updesh means instruction and Amrit means the nectar of instruction. Can the instruction be turned into nectar? Can the instruction be appealing to the heart? Yes, because that's directly applying to the soul. That's why it's nectarian. It's not pleasing or entertaining the mind. It's pleasing and entertaining the soul. That's why it's nectarian. Similarly, on that note, Krishna speaking Bhagavad Gita, which is full of all instructions. Krishna speaking Bhagavad Gita, which is full of all instructions. And imagine if, not imagine, but truly speaking, Krishna, the Supreme Lord, if he is giving instruction, how sweet is that instruction is going to be? How sweet, because everything about Krishna is so sweet. He is sweetest of all sweets. Adharam Madhuram. This Ashtakam, this song starts with Adharam madhuram, vadanam madhuram, hasitam madhuram, chalitam madhuram, yashti madhura, shishti madhura, gopa madhura, gavo madhura, madhuradhipate rakhilam madhuram. Madhuradhipate rakhilam madhuram. So the word starts with adharam madhuram. Adhar means what? What is adhar? Hmm? Indicate, Dada Sundari, what is adhar? Lips. Krishna has such sweet lips. And what comes out from those lips is everything is sweet. And that's why if Krishna is instructing, giving us instruction, how sweet that instructions, because that instructions is not entertaining mind. Those instructions is entertaining or nourishing the soul. Understand? So adharam madhuram. Krishna lips are so sweet. And what came out from the lips of Krishna? Ekam Shastram Devki Putra Gitam. Bhagavad Gita came out from the lotus lips, sweet lips of Krishna. And that's why the instructions in Bhagavad Gita is full of all sweetness. No other sweetener is required. And if you eat so many sweets like jalebi and all, there's a possibility you get diabetes. But this is non-diabetic diet. Whoever drinks this nectar, which is coming from the lotus lips of Krishna, will get through, get rid of all kind of diabetes, all kind of diseases. That's the best cure. So one who has made the Bhagavad Gita one's life get cure of all the diseases. Now wait a minute. Krishna is instructing Bhagavad Gita. To whom? To Duryodhana, Durshasan, to Karna. Krishna is giving this to Arjuna. Because Priyasmi me. Krishna said, Arjun, you are Priyasmi me. You are my Priya. You are my favorite. You are my dear. You are my devoted. You are my surrendered. All these words, same meaning. That's why I'm giving you this instruction. But what was the point when Krishna opened his mouth to start speaking instructions? He was having a general talk with Arjun, but Arjun got so much confused. What I'm supposed to do? What's my duties? The battle was already fixed up. Pandavas were ready. The Kauravas were ready. But when Arjun saw directly with his own eyes, when he saw my superiors are there as my opponent, my cousins are there as my opponent, how I'm going to kill my cousin, my brothers, my superiors, my elders, my gurujans? He became totally dry. His hands start shaking. when your hands start shake, either when you are very confused what to do, what not to do in a difficult situation, or one start feeling shaky when one comes in front of one's loved one. When Krishna comes in front of Radharani, he starts shaking there. Seeing and understanding and realizing the love of Radharani. And when he start about to touch the feet of Radharani, to decorate the feet of Radharani, his hands start shaking. So what is the strange about if Arjun started shaking? and can't lift that Gandirva, which was his favorite bow. With that bow, he even defeated Shiva, Indra, and everyone else. But now seeing his dear ones in front of him, Arjun starts shaking. Okay, sure. I don't want to fight this battle. What I'm going to get? Just the kingdom? I don't want kingdom. Arjun speaking wise words. If we see, because Arjun is a devotee, he's speaking so wisely. Wise words. I don't want to fight this battle because by killing my superiors, my cousin, my brothers, my dear ones, what I'm going to get? Just the kingdom? Oh, no, no, no. I don't want the kingdom. Rather, I just go out begging alms from door to door for my survival. But I don't want to enjoy the kingdom as king of this place. Such wise word. Huh? And this happens sometimes when we come in front of our Gurujans, our Gurudev, we try to speak very wise and we think we are very smart. Oh, because the presence of a superior person who always gives us wisdom. We always try to speak wise. But in this case, Arjun is a wise, is a devotee, and very close to Krishna. Therefore, he can't do anything wrong. Can't do anything wrong. So therefore, he spoke the wise words. Nothing is wrong in that. I don't want to kill my dear ones just for the sake of enjoying the kingdom. Rather, I just go door to door and begging alms for my survival. What Arjun thought, Krishna going to appreciate this. But that was a time when Krishna chastised Arjun. Klebya ma sagama partha. Arjun, how are you speaking? It looks like you speaking wise words. But no, you don't know the real knowledge. And Arjun now folded hand and saying, yes, that's true. He didn't tell Krishna that, no, I know so much. I always with you. I'm your best friend. I sleep with you. I eat with you. We go together on chariot. But when Krishna tried to correct Arjun, Arjun took that advice so seriously by giving a surrender mood to Krishna. When a superior authority starts speaking, only at the point when we start showing, not just showing, realizing that I need to surrender. I need to surrender. When Arjun, he gave his submission, a surrender mood to Krishna, saying that Shishyasteham Shadimam Tam Prapannam. I'm your disciple. I'm so confused. Oh Krishna, you're not only my friend, you're also my guru. Please help me. Please support. We feel help and support. We seek help and support when we are in a very, very difficult situation. When there is no control, when we feel helpless, then we need someone's shoulder to cry. We need someone's shoulder to hear that support. In this situation, when Arjun is in the middle of battlefield and everyone eyes are on Arjun because Krishna is sitting on the chariot. It's such a confusing state of consciousness. So Arjun thought the best thing is to just raise your hands and say, oh, I'm your disciple. I surrender myself unto you. I don't know what to do, what not to do. Krishna, you advised. You advised me. At what point Arjun start showing his surrender mood? When Krishna chastised Arjun. You're my friend. We eat together, we sleep together. Doesn't mean you take advantage of me. You need some correcting. Krishna corrected Arjuna. Nanu shochanti pandita. These are the verses of Bhagavad Gita. Gatasum agatasum cha nanu shochanti pandita. You speaking like a pandit, whereas you lamenting for those who never dies. You're lamenting for your dear ones, you think they're going to die. That means you're not a pandit. You're not a learned person. Because a learned person, a pandit, never lament. Because they are established in the Atma Tattva, the conception of the soul. Whereas you're lamenting because you're perceiving them as bodies. And that's the reason why my Gurudev, he asked the question, how many people died on the battlefield of Kurukshetra? How many people died? Just think about this. Some figure might come in your memory. Maybe 1 million, maybe 500,000, maybe 1 billion people. Yeah. When Gurudev raised this question, how many people died? Then answer came, no one. Not a single person died. What is this? How we can reconcile this? Gurudev said, because soul never dies. Therefore, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, not one single soul died there, because soul never dies. That's the concept. So, Nanu Shochanti Pandita. Don't lament for those. They are eternal. The soul is eternal. Therefore, Arjun, Tatotishta Parantapa. Get up, rise, and fight. What you petitioned, Krishna is saying to Arjun, what you petitioned is for the sake of what you think is good or bad, what you think is you liking. But this is your self-centered point. You don't want to fight. But you never thought what I like. Therefore, with that formula, Atma indi pritivancha tate bole kam, Krishna indi pritivancha dhare prem naam. You know, everyone knows this shloka. What is that meaning? Atma indi pritivancha. You saying you don't want to fight. That is you keeping yourself as a center of your pleasure. But you're not putting me as a center of my pleasure. So you're not fighting that's for your pleasure. You're fighting that's for my pleasure. What you want? You want your pleasure or you want my pleasure? And if it is one's loved and beloved pleasure, then it is called prema. But anything which has been thought of my own self, keeping myself as a center, then it is not called bhakti or devotion. When it is other person's pleasure, that is called prema. Atma indi pritivancha tate bole kam, Krishna indi pritivancha dhare premanam. Keeping myself as a center, that's my calm, that's my self-centered. But keeping Krishna as a center is called Krishna-centered. Therefore, Krishna started speaking Bhagavad Gita from that point on, when Arjun starts surrender. Okay, wait a minute. When Krishna is speaking Bhagavad Gita, who he is meditating on? This is a very tricky question. Someone can say he's meditating on Shakuni, the mama, the uncle. Is he meditating on Duryodhan while giving instructions to Arjun? Was he meditating on Dushasan or Bhishma or Dronacharya or Kripacharya or Dhritarashtra? None of these. Always remember this. A very, very straight formula. In every activity, in every thought of Krishna, who is there in the background? When you will rise in love, then you will understand. What is that meaning? Not fall in love, rise in love. Don't fall in love, rise in love. Krishna centered his thoughts, everything, only meditating on Radharani. Even giving instructions on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Yes, Radharani is the center and thinking of her. Therefore, he said so much. Almost like 48 minutes. The entire Bhagavad Gita. Just 48 minutes. And in 48 minutes, he gave the crux, he gave the essence of everything. Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. First he spoke Karma Yoga. Not karma, but Karma Yoga. Yoga means to add on, to connect. To what connect? Connecting the karmas with Krishna. Yat karoshi, yat ajnashi. Krishna saying Bhagavad Gita, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you drink, whatever you think, surrender unto me. That means you are surrendering your karmas to me. And in this way, you get connected to me. That's Karma Yoga. So first he spoke Karma Yoga. Then Bhakti Yoga. And then Jnana Yoga. Keeping Bhakti in between Karma and Jnana. Why keeping Bhakti in between? We always hear Madhurena Samapena. We should finish our lecture or any activity or even eating with sweet. Yeah, ending should always be with sweet. Sweet rice, cheesecake. So bhakti is in between Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga and Jnana Yoga. With what intent? The intent or to glorify Bhakti Devi is that only bhakti in between of karma and jnana supporting both. If we take out bhakti, then karma and jnana has no significance. No significance. So whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you drink, whatever you think, surrender unto me to feel connected with karma yoga. Then bhakti yoga, then jnana yoga. So in this way, he's speaking so many verses, giving the ideology of or differentiating the concept of body and mind and soul. I'm just giving you an essence of Bhagavad Gita. The concept of mind, intelligence, and soul. Whereas the general criteria of people is everything is just same. You are what you are, I am what I am. I'm this body, I'm here to enjoy, and that's it. And this body means my thinking process through mind, my thinking process through intelligence is one and the same thing. But no, it's not one and the same thing. Krishna, he tried to separate mind, intelligence, and soul concept from the body. So he gave the concept of gross body and subtle body. The gross body made of 5 elements. And subtle body composition is mind, intelligence, and false ego, which is subtle in nature. You can't see subtle body, and which is run by the mind. Mind is man, is the boss of all the senses, the immediate boss. But the super boss is the intelligence. Therefore, Krishna is giving these instructions to Arjun on the pretext of Arjun giving instructions to us. It's not that Krishna only giving instructions to Arjun. One can say, why I should Bhagavad Gita? That was meant for Arjun. But no, on the pretext of Arjun, he's speaking to us. He's speaking Bhagavad Gita to entire universe, to entire humanity. Regardless of what country, what language, what body you belong to, male, female, dark, white, brown, whatever, green, yellow, blue, whatever color you have, regardless of any other caste, creed, sex, or color. Equally, instructions to every person of the society, to the universe. But Arjun is only, on the pretext of Arjun, just an instrument. We're speaking Bhagavad Gita to all of us. How to tame mind. This is very important. Mind which is wandering in all the directions. How to pull back that mind and how to tame that mind. Krishna is helping and supporting with the instruction. Arjun, control your mind. And by hearing this, what Arjun said, oh, that's so difficult, Prabhu. Don't tell me, I can't do this. Why not? Arjun boldly said, with my strength, I can control the directions. All 10 directions, I can control those. But I can't control the urges of my mind. Because this mind is Chanchala Himan Krishna. Hey Krishna, this mind is very chanchal, very restless. Krishna said, yes, I understand. I'm not speaking any phonetic answers to this, but practically speaking, I understand mind is dwelling everywhere. But don't say this is impossible, because I have a remedy for this, and that remedy is Abhyasantu tu Kaunteya. A Kaunteya, son of Mother Kunti, with Abhyas, with practice, one can control one mind. So this is about controlling mind. But we don't hear anything to control the intelligence. We always hear about controlling the senses. We always hear controlling the mind. But what is the instruction of controlling the intelligence? Krishna is not telling to tame your intelligence or control your intelligence. He only said to use your intelligence. With what words? Dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upyanti te. How it starts with Tesham satat yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upyanti te. See, I'm also forgetting shloka because something else in my head. Venugit is going on. Tesham satat yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upyanti te. Krishna is saying, I supply intelligence. If you want to feel connected with me, Tesham Satat Yuktanam. Yuktanam means connected with me. Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. Then you have to worship me with Priti Purvak, with love, out of love, not out of duty bound. Two kind of love. One is duty bound. Oh, I have to love. I have to do this. That's called duty. But other kind of love is spontaneous love. Not I have to. I can't live without it. That has become my life and soul. I can't breathe without it. I can't survive without it. So in other words, in Bhagavad Gita, also Krishna is relating us with Raganuga Bhakti. How is possible? If I don't know how many of you understanding this, because if I start elaborating, then it's going to take much time. But two kind of bhakti, Vedi Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti. Vedi Bhakti, just a short description. Vedi Bhakti is the bhakti which has been done out of fear of the injunctions of the Shastras. Out of fear. Oh, if I will not follow Ekadashi, I may incur sin. So there's a fear. That's called duty. But I must follow Ekadashi because that's Ekadashi is dear to Krishna. No matter if I'm suffering or what, I will follow Ekadashi. No matter what happens. No matter who says what. That's called showing your love to Ekadashi. And showing your love to Ekadashi means showing your love and dedication to Krishna. And Krishna acknowledge your love. You're not doing this out of duty, you're doing out of love. So anything which has been done with the fear of the Shastras, the injunctions of the Shastras is called Vedi Bhakti. And which has been done for pleasure of the Lord, pleasure of Krishna. That is Raganuga Bhakti. So Tesham Satat Yuktanam. Now focus on this. My eyes, my my feeling got getting stuck in this verse. Tesham Satat Yuktanam. Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. If you want to get connected with me, then you have to choose what I like, not what you like to get connected with me. Try to understand this. Because you may get confused. You may think something else to entertain your mind or senses, which is not correct from my perspective. If you want to hear my perspective, then bhajatam priti purvakam. You have to worship me with priti. Priti means with prem. With prem. And worshipping Krishna or serving Krishna with prem means straight. This is Raganuga Bhakti. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said, Sakala Jagat Kare More Vedi Bhakti. Vedi Bhakti te Prajabhav Paite Nahi Shakti. Krishna himself is saying this. Everyone in the entire world, they're very inclined to perform Vedi Bhakti, means out of fear from the Shastras or duty bound. But that's not the means or criteria to control me. I can only be controlled by prem, and that means Raganuga Bhakti. So, hey Arjun, Tesham Satat Yuktanam, Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. If you want to get connected with me by performing Priti Purvak with Prem, means Raganuga Bhakti, then I'm here to support you. I'm here to support you. And how I'm going to support you? Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. I will supply that intelligence. Here, Krishna is not telling Arjun that control your intelligence. That was for mind. Mind is there to be get controlled, not intelligence. I will supply the intelligence by which ye namam upyanti the, you will come to me. Understand? This is so there can be general meaning of the verses in Bhagavad Gita, and there are special meaning of the verses of Bhagavad Gita. What I just said, that's a general meaning. But then there is in-depth meaning of, very deep meaning of this verse. Remember, I said, who is in the mind of Krishna when he speaks Bhagavad Gita? It's only Radharani. So what he's saying, only by Raganuga Bhakti, I will supply the intelligence by which you can come to me. Ye namam upyanti te. The word upyanti means upapati. You can understand this. Upapati bhav means paramar mood. Understand paramar mood? Not the wedded love, but the unwedded love. And who has that unwedded love? The Braj Gopis and Radharani for Krishna. That's called Upapati Bhav, Paramar mood. And this can only be attained by performing my bhajan, my worship with love, and by performing Raganuga Bhakti. No other Bhakti will apply there. Specifically this Raganuga Bhakti. You can attain this Paramar mood. This Paramar mood. Braj Gopis, Radharani. They got wedded to someone and they are in love with Krishna. So in this verse, whom Krishna is remembering, Upapati Bhav. Where is Upapati Bhav? Where is the Paramar mood? In Kurukshetra? In Ayodhya? No. Jai Jai Ujjwala Ras Sarva Ras Sar Parakya Bhave Jaha. Where? Brajete Prachar. Only in Braj, only in Vrindavan. Standing on the battlefield of Kurukshetra and Krishna is remembering Vrindavan. Standing in front of so many kings and Krishna is remembering Radharani. Those who are expert divers, they can go dive into ocean and they collect what? At the bottom of the ocean, there are so many pearls and jewels. But an ordinary person just swim the ocean and say the water is so salty. What is there in the ocean? Nothing. Just salty water. Oh, no, sir. If you go deep into the ocean, you get so many jewels there. So there is a general meaning of the verse Krishna is speaking. But then there is very deep meaning. And that deep and the depth of that meaning is Radharani in the head and concept. Ye namam upyanti te. In this way, you can come to me. So if you read our Gurudev's Bhagavad Gita, which is also available in Dutch, Vijay Shashikala, especially her, she has done so much hard work to produce this Bhagavad Gita in Dutch language. We are very thankful to her for this wonderful seva of Shri Gurudev presenting Dutch. So if you read that Bhagavad Gita, you will see the commentaries, not just a translation. Translation may be just like swimming the ocean and say water is salty. Ocean is so big and vast, one can't count the length and breadth. How about the depth? For depth, you have to be expert divers. So Gurudev, our acharyas, they went into that ocean and they found so many pearls and jewels, sapphire from the ocean. That means the meaning of these verses. Tesham satad yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenama upyantite. I will supply the intelligence by which you can get upapati bhav, the paramar mood, means the Raganuga Bhakti. I will supply this. So for those who are not aware of, 500 years back, the great Acharya Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, who gave commentaries on Bhagavad Gita and so many other on Srimad Bhagavatam, who is his Ishtadev, his worshipable. No? Many of you don't know. Who is the Ishtadev worshipable of Vishnu Chakur Thakur? Radha Sundar speaking, I can't hear you.
Radha Gopal.
Huh?
Radha Gopal.
Can't hear you. Anyway, I can speak. Because when Krishna was speaking Bhagavad Gita, everyone was muted. Only he was unmuted. Only he was speaking. Gokulanand. Very good. In Vrindavan, famous temple, Radha Gokulanand temple. And Gokulanand is the worshipable deity of Vishnu Chakur Thakur. So see what Vishnu Chakur Thakur is saying. It's little, maybe for some it's so difficult, but try to embrace the moods. To glorify his Ish Gokulanand, Vishnu Chakur Thakur is saying, लीला विलासे भक्ति मंजरे लोलो पालने सर्वज्ञ मुग्धे च निधे गोकुलानंते नमः ददामि बुद्धि योगम तम ये नमम व्यंथिते इति वाच्य प्रभु तस्मत् एवं अर्थते गोपी कुछ अलंकृतस्या तब गोपेंद्र नंदनम दासम यथा भवेद बुद्धि योग पृच्छमे. A wonderful verse. Srila Vishnu Chakur Thakur is writing. Dadami buddhi yogam tam iti vachya prabhu. So please try to understand now. Focus. 100% focus. Otherwise you will skip this point. There's a general meaning. Krishna is saying, if you want to get connected with me, worship me, but with love and devotion, and then I will supply the intelligence by which you can come to me. Journal. Then a little deep meaning of that, I just said, if you want to get connected with me, with what mood? With paramour mood, taking me as your paramour, upapati. Then you have to perform Raganuga Bhakti, and I will supply the intelligence by which you can attain that upapati bhav, the paramour mood, means Raganuga Bhakti. Understandable for some? Okay. Even if you're not understanding, just hear it. Then there is another meaning, more in-depth meaning of this. If Krishna is saying, I can give you intelligence, would you like to say, Krishna, just give intelligence, whatever you want? No. Our Gurudev said we also have to learn at one point to say no to Krishna. Because Krishna can say, I can uplift you and give you residence in Vaikuntha to stay with Lord Narayan. I can give you residence in Ayodhya to stay with Ram, to become his devotee. So general public or general people will say, yes, whatever you feel like, you know better than me. Just give whatever this is. Everything is your prasad. Just give whatever you want. No, no, no. No, no, no. Big no to there, to Krishna. Big no. No, it's not going to work like this. It's not that what you want to give me or assign me and I will accept this. No, you can cheat me. You can send me to Vaikuntha to Narayan. I'm dedicated to you and you sending me to Narayan. How is that possible? I love you. I don't love Narayan. But it's one and the same thing. No. I specifically only want you. Why you are after my life? Why you want me? This question was been asked to Vilvangal Thakur when he's glorifying, praising Krishna and he's speaking Krishna Karanamrit. Means those words which are nectarian to the ears of Krishna. Krishna said, Vilvangal, you're speaking so nice. Can go to Vaikuntha to serve Lord Narayan because we are same. No difference. He said, no. He said, no, I can't go to Narayan. Why? We are same, right? He said, no. Then what is the difference? So he just gave a very little hint of difference. Narayan never wear peacock feather, and you never leave peacock feather. That's the difference. My worshipable, my Ishta is one who wears peacock feather. Shiksha Guruscha Bhagwan, Shikhi Puchya Maulai. Lord Narayan never wear peacock feather. That means his worship is in a worship of opulence. And when there's worship of opulence, there is always a distance. But Krishna, I love you. You wear peacock feather, and there's great significance of this. Keeping it short. Soon I'm coming Holland in just 2 weeks. And somebody asked me, what going to be your subject? I said, I don't know. Moment I sit in car from my Maya house to go to the program, even at that point, I don't know what's the subject to speak on. When I sit on my seat, then whatever spontaneously comes, emotions or feelings, I express that. you may be thinking, I prepared for speaking this Bhagavad Gita? Not at all. Not even before 1 minute when the Zoom link was open. Just spontaneous. I like spontaneous love. Not prepared, not planned, not forced. I like spontaneous. At the spot. No. Love is not about planned, right? Planning. It's just spontaneous. So another meaning now, I spoke this just to give a break to your understanding because it's getting so intense. A little break is required, not break from the lecture, but break in the lecture sometimes to make everything so light. So we're ready, prepare our mind for the next level of understanding. So see what Vishnu Chakur Thakur commenting on this. It's not that Krishna, whatever you're going to assign me or to give me any prasad and I will accept this. No. I will ask with my choice. I have my choice. So what choice Vishnu Chakur Thakur is saying? To his Ishta, worshipable Gokulanand. Leela Vilase Bhakti Manjare Lolu Palane. He said, oh Krishna, you are Leela Vilasi, means very expert in performing your pastimes. Bhakti Manjare Lolu Palane. You very lolu, means greedy to taste the moods of the manjaris. Very expert. Sarvagya Mugdhecha Nidhe. You are the Nidhe means ocean. You are ocean of omniscience, means you know everything, and you are ocean of bewilderment. Even you get bewildered. Two qualities simultaneously parallel dwell with Krishna. Is less of the time, or can say more of the time, he's bewildered that he don't know that is Supreme Lord. But sometimes in middle, little bit something. Yes, I am supreme. I know everything. But in Vrindavan, most of the time, he don't believe his supreme personality of Godhead. So Leela Vilase Bhakti Manjari Lolu Palane Sarvagde Mugdhe Chanidhe Gokulanante Nama. Oh my Gokulanan, oh my Ishta, I pay obeisances to you. First he glorified him with his qualities, and then he's giving his petition, what he's expecting from Krishna, his Gokulanand. You know, that's art, na? First you glorify. Oh, you sing so good, you're so nice, you this and that. But what I want to say, now hear that. So first he glorified Radha Gokulanand. And then Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. Krishna, didn't you said in Bhagavad Gita that you supply intelligence by which one can comes to you? Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yenamam Upyantite. Didn't you said this? But wait a minute, Krishna. I'm not going to take a simple intelligence from you. Since I got you, you're ready to give me intelligence, but I will ask from my perspective, not from what you want to give me. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yenna mam upyantite. Iti uvachya prabhu tasmadeva marthate. Didn't you said in Bhagavad Gita that you supply intelligence by which one can come to you? That now ask me what kind of intelligence I want. गोपी कुछ अलंकृतस्या तब गोपेंद्र नंदन दासम यथम भवेद बुद्धि योग गच्छामि. You know what kind of intelligence I want? This is important. This is a main point. गोपी कुछ अलंकृतस्या तब गोपेंद्र नंदन. Hey Krishna, you are the best in all the cowherd community as a Gopa, the best Gopa. I want the intelligence when you are ornamented on the chest of Radharani. When Radharani is giving you very warm embrace, and you are in that embrace of Radharani. Gopi kuch alankritasya, tab Gopendra Nandanam. When Radharani is giving you warm embrace, loving embrace, and you are like an ornament on Radharani. I want that intelligence to serve you in that state. This is what Vishnu Chakra Thakur is taking us to another level of Tesham Satad Yuktanam, Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. So you see, when Krishna is speaking this, what is thinking of? He's thinking of Radharani. And then speaking on and on and on. Ananyas Chintyamam Je Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nitya Bhuktanam Yog Shem Vaham Meham. These are the important verses. Ananyas Chintyamam Je Jana Paryupasate. Anyone who want to perform my upasana, my worship, how? Ananyas Chintamam. One pointed devotion. Krishna is very possessive of his nature. I heard Gurudev speaking many years back that it is difficult to judge a person when he's quiet. You're sitting in the audience and you're very quiet. You're not speaking anything. It's so difficult to judge what kind of person you are, introvert, extrovert, or what. But moment you start opening your mouth, and whatever words comes out from your mouth, then the audience going to understand your nature. You are very talkative, non-stop, blah 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 blah, very talkative, or you're very shy. Only when one starts speaking, one comes to know the nature. We get to know the nature of Krishna when he starts talking, and his talk is Bhagavad Gita. And precisely in just 48 minutes, he said so much. बोलते हैं समझदार को इशारा काफी है. A little indication is enough for an intelligent person to understand. Krishna is speaking to Arjun, who is so intellectual, so you don't have to elaborate to Arjun. He just starts singing one after the other, one after the other, one after the other, so that everyone can understand. So Ananyas Chintamam Je Jana Paryupasate. Anyone who worship me with one pointed devotion, then what will happen? Ananyas Chintamam Je Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nitya Bhuktanam Yog Shem Vaham Meham. I will take care of all the scarcity in his or her life. And whatever he or she has, I will preserve that. So in one promise, he's giving two promises. I will take care of all the scarcities of your life. Believe me, trust me, I'm promising you. Such a big promise, huh? Like someone promise you, no matter what happens in the world, no matter whatever the circumstances, situation happens, favorable or unfavorable, I'm always stand by you. I'm always with you. I always come back to you. Yeah? It has so much gravity. It has so much meaning. There is so much meaning behind this. And Krishna is saying this. There's so much meaning behind this. He's not just randomly giving a promise. Yes, I promise you. Promise with so much gravity. I will take care of all your scarcities. And not only that, I will preserve whatever you have. But some terms and conditions are required. I am very specific. Why I'm very specific? Not Pacific Ocean. Specific. Because ye yatha mam pravadanti tam sathe bhajamya. Anyway, why I'm taking this? Well, let's say one by one. Ananyas chintamam. If you worship me one pointed, then I will take care of all your scarcities. What is the meaning behind this? Ananya is the name of Radharani. Anukul, favorable, is the name of Radharani. So, Ananyas Chintamam, Je Jana Paripasate. If you worship me, not me alone, but with my Radharani, Ananya. One of the name of Radharani is Ananya. Ananyas Chintamam, Je Jana Paripasate. If you do upasana worship unto me means unto my Radharani, because she is the one who's 100%, 1000% one pointed to me. She has no other distractions. She don't know anybody except Krishna. She don't love anybody else. Her center of her all activities is just pleasing Krishna. Her decoration is there to please Krishna. Her love is there to please Krishna. Her man, sulky mood is there to please Krishna. Her whole activities is to please Krishna. She is one pointed. And what is that one pointed? The pleasure of Krishna. Not even Krishna, but the pleasure of Krishna. What that means? The entire Gaudiya Siddhanta is present in these verses of Bhagavad Gita. They are not ordinary. But you have to be expert diver in going into the ocean and collect those pearls. Kubja also loved Krishna. The queens of Dwarka also loved Krishna. But they are not one-pointed. Why? You saying this, they are not one-pointed? They love Krishna. Yes, they love Krishna, but some buts are there. The mood of Kubja is to serve Krishna, to pray with Krishna, to satisfy herself. That's not one-pointed. The queens of Dwarika also serve and love Krishna, no doubt, as wedded wives of Krishna. But what is the mood and the intent? By serving Krishna, by giving our love to Krishna, we are pleasing him and we are also pleasing ourselves. Still, it is not one-pointed, you see. But when it comes to the Braj Gopis, when it comes to Radharani, when it comes to Braj Gopis, also, still it's not one-pointed. There is some mixture of emotions. But when it comes to Radharani, Ashlishya padaratam pinashtumam, mama darshnaha tava karotuva, yatha tatha va vidhatu lampato, mat pranathastu eva napara. Oh Krishna, If you tremble, if you give us suffering by not appearing in front of us, or if you embrace us with love, mat pranathastu eva napara. You're always the Lord of our life. You're always our beloved. No matter what situations, you ignore, neglect us, or you love us. Yes, we are. Our love is not going to change. This is called one-pointed devotion. So ananyas chintamam. If anyone remembers my Radharani, tesh ananyas chintamam je jana paryupasate. Tesha nitya bhuktanam yokshe vahamyam. Then I will take care of all the scarcities. What is the scarcity? Not food, not air, nor water. The scarcity of the understanding of the Shastras. That means scarcity of Raganuga Bhakti. I will take care of that scarcity and I will fulfill that. I will fill that scarcity. Whatever process you're following, I will put that process tinged with Raganuga Bhakti. Ananyas Chintamam. Okay, I think I don't have much time, right? 5 minutes? Because now my engine is very hot, very warm. It's on the fourth gear. The car is in the fourth gear right now. Ye yatha ma pravadante tam stathe bhajameham. Krishna said, you worship me in whatever degree, I reciprocate you proportionately. There's a promise of Krishna. If you're worshipping me 48.53%, I reciprocate with you 48.53%. I'm not going to go beyond that. I'm helpless because that's my promise. Because I'm very calculative. Huh? But say pratigya, bhang hoilo. This is a promise, right? Krishna gave this promise. And that's a solace to all the devotees, all the bhaktas of Krishna. We worship you in whatever degree, you reciprocate proportionately. So we will try to increase our bhakti so that we can get more and more reciprocation from you. Ye yatha ma pravadante tam sathe bhajami. Very boldly Krishna is saying this. I reciprocate you proportionately. I'm not going beyond my limits and boundaries. Very boldly he's saying this. But alas, say pratigya bhang hoilo gopira bhajani. The promise of Krishna that I reciprocate proportionately, bhang hoilo, destroyed in front of Radharani. Jahate praman, any evidence? What you're just saying with your mind? Yes. Jahate praman Krishna mukh vachane. The praman, the evidence is the words which emanated from the lotus lips of Krishna. Adharam madhuram. What are the words? Not Bhagavad Gita words. The words in Bhagavatam. When Krishna raised his hands and he said, oh, na pareham nirvadyu samijam. Oh Radharani, I cannot repay your debt. I bow my head down to your love, to your pain. I cannot repay you. Because you know me better than myself. Yes, Krishna don't know about himself. Radharani knows more about Krishna. And she serves Krishna with in all his emotions. And therefore Krishna feel, I'm indebted. Yeah. So this promise of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita got destroyed. In the worship of, or worship means the service of Radharani. These are some important points. Bhagavad Gita is said to be on a primary level, but Bhagavad Gita, if we know the intent of Krishna and the mind of Krishna, Bhagavad Gita is leading us to very high levels of bhakti, high level of prema. And therefore, he felt, I must say now, I must say the truth now. I've said so much, so much, so much, but now I must say the truth. And the truth is, Man Manabhav Mad Bhakto, the best verse, the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Man Manabhav Mad Bhakto Madhyajimam Namaskuru. Man Manabhav means what I'm expecting from all of you, the best of all my instructions and advices and my lessons. Oh, my students, absorb your mind in me. Man Manabhav. Mad Bhakto, become my devotee. Madhyaji, worship me. Mam Namaskaru, pay obeisances to me. When Krishna is saying Man Manabhav, absorb your mind in me. Where Krishna mind is first been absorbed there. You ask Prabhu, you ask Krishna. You telling Manvana Bhav means absorbed your mind in me. But wait a minute, Krishna, where is your mind absorbed in? So what he's remembering then when he's saying this? He's remembering Radha Rani. He's remembering Radha Rani, Manvana Bhav, how she is always and always absorbed in me. Always absorbed in me, cooking for me, decorating herself for me, speaking pleasing words to me, chastising words, everything in all her activity, even by performing household activities, she is absorbed in me. Man manabhav, man bhakto. So I'm expecting, I want all of you, Krishna is saying, to follow the footsteps of my Radharani, because that is idol, man manabhav. Absorb your mind in me under the guidance and following the footsteps of Shri Radharani. That's the essence of Bhagavad Gita, right? This is the verse. This verse is the essence of Bhagavad Gita, and where the essence comes to end. Absorb your mind in me. But how absorption? Just like Radharani absorbed her mind in me. You can't become Radha, but at least you can become the maid servant, Palya Dasi of my Radharani. This is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Done, Keval. Thank you so much for this kind of opportunity. I wanted to speak more, but just immediately after 4 hours, exactly 4 hours, we have a program in this house, and Puja Padman Maharaj also coming. So we are together here celebrating this Ekadashi and Bhagavad Gita together. So it's going to be a fun together. Ah. Okay, in the last, I just want to give one announcement. Many of you received a message from me about Haridwar Bhagavad Katha. Yeah. So open invitation to everyone. And I heard from Vasudev Prabhu, many devotees approached him for the details. So I wanted to add a very important and special point in that, because those who are coming to Navdeep Parikrama, because this Bhagavad Katha is immediately after Navdeep Parikrama. You know, I planned something immediately after Parikramas. Like my inauguration happened after Kartik. So this Haridwar Bhagavad Katha, I got such a lifetime opportunity to speak Bhagavad Katha on the bank of Ganga. You have seen that video. You know that location, Katha location. The Ganga is flowing, and just on the bank of Ganga, we're going to have 7 days Bhagavad Katha. And 7 days, so much bathing and swimming in Ganga. It's not cold, March is warm. So it's a fun taking bath in Ganga. One feels totally like all my sins have gone, all my negativities are gone just by taking bath in Ganga. The Ganga which flows from the lotus feet of the Lord and Shiva holds that Charanamrit of the Lord on his head. That Ganga is flowing there and speaking Bhagavatam there. In the morning session, we're going to have darshans of Lakshman Jhula, Rishikesh, and those who want to have some fun. So Rishikesh have rafting. Many people go just Rishikesh for rafting, so you get this opportunity there. And the place where Daksh Prajapati got chastised by Shiva, we hear in Bhagavatam. And very important place spot is where Shukdev Goswami spoke Bhagavad Katha to Parikshit Maharaj for 7 days. That location. And there are many other beautiful darshans. So that's going to be my India tour in one location, Haridwar. I have arranged a beautiful, my arrangements is always perfect. Very beautiful hotel with nice rooms, all good facilities. Prashadam in the same hotel as where we are going to stay. And the distance of Harikatha location is only 2 kilometers. So it's not that far. We can even walk, can do kirtan or rickshaws and autos and all that. So this is just a small information, but the important point is those who are going Navdeep Parikrama, because I'm also going Navdeep Parikrama, the Gaur Purnima is on 14th March. 15th March will be the rest day. We have some meetings, and those who can't have darshans in a big crowd, they can go on 15th to have some darshans, which are important. Then on 16th, I'm coming back from Navdeep to Haridwar. So I already booked my flight. If you want to accompany me, want to come with me, you have to get flight ticket immediately. Otherwise, the flight going to be full. Chandrika, she has the details of that flight. She's going to send in a message. So even if you're still thinking you should come or not, my request is please book this flight, at least this flight. If it is be lost, it's only going to be like say 30 or 40 euros loss. But if you don't book that flight, then it will be a big problem because I've arranged very good, as you know, AC bus from Delhi airport to Haridwar. So we will start from Navdeep in the morning. We come to Delhi airport and bus is ready there to take us to Haridwar, which is 4-hour drive. So from Ganga flowing in Navdeep to Ganga flowing to Haridwar, reverse course. Otherwise, Ganga flows from Haridwar to Navdeep. Navdeep is our like last spot, but we are going reverse. So it's a very, very interesting proposal I just received. Bhagavad Katha in Haridwar on the bank of Ganga. I immediately embraced that. Say, yes, I must do this. I must do this. So if you're interested, please let us know ASAP as soon as possible. Rooms not going to be an issue, but this flight, what I'm telling you, that's a very important point to get booked. So you book your flights and details. Chandrika will send you the details on your in the group. That's all for now. Those scenes in Holland. Hare Krishna. Vijay Prabhu, anything
Hare
to say?
Krishna Maharaj, Dandavats Pranam. Thank you for your time and inspiration today on this wonderful day. You make some time free for the Holland devotees especially. And you spoke so wonderfully about the true Gaudiya philosophical approach of the Gita. It's very important for us as Gaudiya Vaishnavas to understand how the depthness of the Gita is, that it is not only foundation, but the whole Siddhanta is covered here in Krishna's song. So, Maharaj, we are looking forward to having you here in Holland again. And we will have some wonderful Harikatha festival together. And a good year, end of the year. And for the new year, we can prepare our mentally.
That's our trend for many years.
Yes.
Always celebrating the last day of the year there in Holland.
Yes,
with our
Maharaj.
beautiful
We are
devotees.
very, very enthusiastic to have this always, and many, many years to come together like this. So
And
yes.
I do remember now, apart from Harikatha,
Yes.
don't put this on live. This is like personal now.
Mm.
So I do remember every year we do 31st December